Hello and welcome back to the Football Chat. Today we are talking Fantasy Premier League again. It's Game Week 6. We're going to talk about the Game Week 5, of which we're going to laugh at your team. We're going to talk about Game Week 6, who we've selected, the transfers we've made. And we're going to talk about some new signings to watch. Obviously, deadline day was yesterday at the time of recording and posting, indeed. So yeah, we'll talk about some of that. But first, let's start with our Game Week 5 review, because mixed game weeks for us. Do you want to start with your horror show?
So everyone blanked.
Literally. It's not even like
apart
someone
from Salah,
did well, yeah.
My whole team blanked and picked up one or two.
So none of your defenders kept clean sheets?
So I had... Leno got me two. I was expecting that. I had a bit of a goalkeeper crisis. Because I had Leno against Fulham. Leno against Brighton or Martinez against Arsenal. So I was screwed either way. And I'm not going to waste a transfer on a goalkeeper at this stage.
Enough.
Then Rico Henry conceded against Palace. Lamptey only played about 10 minutes against Fulham.
And they lost that game anyway, so good job we didn't play more.
Perisic conceded and got yellow carded. Jack Harrison blanked. Son blanked. Diaz blanked, and none of them kept the clean sheet. Odegaard came off after 80 minutes and got yellow carded and was my captain. So he got me 1
points there, yeah. Good.
Salah got me 10.
Probably should have captained Salah, shouldn't you? Probably shouldn't have moved your chip to Odegaard.
And then Tony got yellow carded and blanked, and Ings only got about 20 minutes.
So that left you on 26 points.
26, and the average was Brilliant. 62.
Well, I got 72 this week.
I would just like to add...
I'll go on.
Same with my bench. Martinez got me 3 because he got a save point, but obviously
that got your point, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Awani got me 1, Zinchenko got me none, Neco Williams got me -1.
Good job he wasn't in your team.
So I benched the right players.
Yeah, I picked up 72 points. I couldn't have actually got any more from my bench either. Oh well, maybe Riot in for Pope. My biggest issue obviously was if Newcastle had held on to that win, my points would have been absolutely flying. I'd have been above 80, probably around 85, I think. But regardless, Pope 2, still a solid showing against Liverpool. Thankfully, he did pick up some save points, so despite the fact they conceded, to pick up some points. Trippier, though, he got 0. I'm not too bothered. I thought maybe he'd be able to get... Well, he got booked, didn't he? And conceded 2, so that took away all his points there. Walker, though, 6. That was useful. He's just in there to pick up consistent clean sheets. And Tyreek Mitchell got subbed in, I think, for Reece James, because Reece James was injured last minute.
It's a good thing he was injured, to be honest.
Well, yeah, he wouldn't have got me many points, would he? And maybe he'd have been the difference in that Chelsea game. Then in my midfield, Mount picked up his first anything of the season as he brought me 5 points. So that's finally some return investment. Does that mean I'm going to keep him? Stay tuned to find out. I got Martinelli, he brought me 10 as well. Saka also brought in 5, as well as obviously Mount. And Son got 2. So another week of blanking for Heung-min Son. As you've probably seen from the title, we're going to be talking about Son in just a moment. I've captained Haaland, he brought me in 34. That's where all the points are at. Then another 6 for Jesus, and Danny Welbeck brought in another point. So that's always good.
That's my problem. Everyone having Haaland this week.
Yeah.
I stuck with Tony, who I'm still sticking with, by the way. I'm still backing Ivan Tony.
Are you going to run through your transfers then? What have you done?
So I made I rolled over my transfer from last week. I had 2 free transfers, and I would say I've got rid of my 2 biggest problems. I've got rid of Danny Ings, and I've got rid of Heung-min Son. The way I've done this is I replaced Son with Pascal Gross, who is in very good form.
In good form, yeah.
And they've got Leicester at home,
cheap.
So
he's 5.6, isn't he? He has risen a lot since the start of the game.
He's 5.9.
Okay, so yeah, he started at 5.5. He's been going up to 6 mils very quickly.
So I thought I would get him in before he goes up anymore. And because obviously Gross is a lot cheaper than Son, I managed to replace Danny Ings with none other than Erling Haaland.
Finally, you're seeing your ways. Just in time for Aston Villa, so we can score a hat-trick and sack Gerrard.
Yes, 2 transfers. I'm very happy with that this week.
Transfers this week, and I've took a -4, and I think that's all right because what I've done is I've got rid of Mount, I've got rid of Son, and I've got rid of Leon Bailey, and I've brought in Wilfred Zaha, Phil Foden, and Alexis McAllister. Now I know that leaves me with a lot of money. I've got about 3.7 mil in the bank. My thought here is
McAllister still Gross.
Yes, a bit cheaper. McAllister's at 5.5, Gross at 5.9. I'm backing McAllister as a bit of a differential there. He's not going to get in the side anyway, but if he does get subbed in, I'm thinking he could do something interesting. My thought process with the 3.7 mil being left over and not bringing in, say, a Diaz or a Kulusevski in instead of McAllister is if Aubameyang starts very well at Chelsea in a few weeks' time, I have the option to bring him in instead of Welbeck.
Yeah.
If Anthony sets the world alight, I can easily bring him in over either Saka or McAllister. So I've got options there. And I just think that having a little bit of budget does give me a fluidity. Because I can just easily make, like, Neco Williams, get rid of him, bring in Trent. Or something like that, which is very useful to have. So I'm quite happy with my team right now. I think Reece James being ill does worry me somewhat as to whether he'll play or not this week.
Be interesting to see. For Chelsea's sake, I hope he does.
Yeah, and for my team's sake, I hope he does. Yeah. Though, to be fair, I do have Neco Williams playing Bournemouth and Mitchell playing Newcastle on my bench. So that's pretty decent. Should we talk about Son then? It's been a tough start to the season for Heung-min Son. He's
blanked
really
every week, I believe.
Not blanked every week. He picked up an assist on the opening day and since then has not got anything.
Yeah, it's
not been great for Son.
5 game weeks without a goal for Son. I think it's the right decision to get him out now. I mean, the problem is they've got Fulham this week. So I would say either get rid of him now or hold him for this week and see what he does. Because we're now going to look stupid if he goes and scores a double.
He will go and score a hat-trick, won't he? This will be the week where he turns up. Because it's the same with Jadon Sancho, who I have to commend, by the way. To be fair, I think I was right with Sancho all along.
Yeah.
I said at the start of the year he's going to have a really good year. The problem was I wasn't patient enough with Jadon Sancho.
I think I'm waiting.
And I got rid of him the week before he scored at Liverpool.
I think if United win this weekend, it might be a good time to invest in United.
Yeah, if they beat Arsenal, then 100%.
Which, while it's about Arsenal, I'm going to get onto my problems that I have got this week and the problems I've got going on into the next few weeks.
Oh, God, this is so depressing every time I talk about your team. Go on.
I have Odegaard and Zinchenko, who are both doubts for the United game. So they are both on my bench. Zinchenko with a 50% chance of playing.
Would you not have them in your team and then if they don't play,
chance of playing.
Should not have them in your team and then if they don't play, they just get subbed out?
I might have Odegaard because it is a 75% chance of playing.
I'd put Odegaard in over, say, our knee.
And this one just says a knock, whereas Zinchenko says a knee injury. Again, goalkeeper crisis. I've got Martinez against City, Leno against Tottenham.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I backed Leno probably.
Yeah, I have. Okay. Rico Henry hasn't kept a clean sheet since I brought him in. I'm taking another risk on Neco Williams and Awoniyi. They've got Bournemouth this week, so I'm not too worried. But after that,
Bournemouth drew with Wolves.
Yeah, Awoniyi didn't start.
Forest got bad against City. Is there a chance that confidence is low and Bournemouth managed to nick a win it?
Because realistically, I need to get Zinchenko out because he's injured. I probably need to get at least Awoniyi out, maybe Neco Williams. I need to replace one of my goalkeepers because I can't keep having 2 goalkeepers that are going to concede goals every week.
You're relying on Liverpool and Haaland to pull you through it here, aren't you? Realistically. Yeah. Who've Liverpool got this week?
Everton. Which is,
I find it interesting though that you back Haaland against Villa over Liverpool against Everton. I think that's a very interesting debate.
Honestly, I love Aston Villa, but I have to be honest, it's going to be a cricket
score. No, but I think it's also going to be a cricket score in the Merseyside derby.
I don't think it is.
We think Everton will be able to...
I think Everton at home makes a difference.
Yeah, maybe so. You make a good point. Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, I've tripled up on City. I've made it my point. I've made a point this year so many times of saying I only want 2 from each team because I don't trust that if a team has a blank week, that's going to cost me a lot of points. But I've binned off that ethos seemingly.
I need a good week.
I now have 3 City players and 3 Arsenal players.
I need a good week.
But then they are the 2 teams that I'd say are the best right now.
Yeah. It's just not good for me. It's just really... I think what I'll do with my goalkeeper crisis is I think I'll keep Leno and take out Martinez because Martinez does not look like keeping a clean sheet anytime soon.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because Leno can do some things.
I'm also debating whether to put in McAllister over Saka.
Who have Arsenal got?
Man United.
Leicester.
Leicester are playing poorly at the moment.
McAllister take pens.
Arsenal, I think, look very good, but the United game could be a tough one.
That's the other big thing. Not only is McAllister cheaper, but he does take penalties.
And he does take free kicks.
Yeah.
McAllister takes set pieces, so even if it's an assist from a free kick, I'm backing him, you know. He's got a form of 5. What's Gross's? I know it's like 11 or something.
7.4.
7.4. That's not too much of a difference, considering that... What's Gross's selected rate?
21%.
1.1% for Alexis McAllister.
My problem is, again,
0.4 mil cheaper.
Why can't I differentiate?
This could do a madness.
Rico Henry set by 1.3% of the game.
But he's not got any points, so that's why no one wants him.
No. Okay, so I bought him in Gameweek 4, right? So before then, he got 4 points, 6 points, 1 point. I bought him and he's done 2-2.
Yeah, but then who's he played? Everton and Palace.
Yeah.
Palace is a tough game. Everton, they should have done
Playing
better.
against Leicester and United, he picked up 10.
Who's you got this weekend? Leeds.
Yeah.
Leeds are going to concede.
Yeah, I know.
Leeds are on fire at the moment.
And
Southampton the week after that.
Jack Harrison, absolutely flying. Game weeks 1, 2 and 3. Picked up 6 points, 4 points, 14 points. Bring him in 2-2.
The problem is, you gambled on him after he got 14. And then...
No, I didn't. No, I also looked at the fact he got 4 the first week, 6 the other week. I thought, he's going to hit a bit of form here.
Right.
He's going to play really well. Guess who he's got next? He's got Brighton. He could do well. No. Everton. They'll win that 3-4-0 comfortably at home. No.
Okay.
Pascal Gross needs to come big for me this week. They've got a struggling Leicester side. And then I'm hoping Odegaard plays. I need Luis Diaz and Salah to get some points. Neco Williams, I need a clean sheet from. I need a hat trick from Haaland. And Ivan Toney, stop blanking, man. I backed him.
Okay. Well, I think you've ran through your whole team there by just shouting them out angrily. Okay, go on.
So Leno in goal, Neco Williams, Rico Henry, Perisic, Salah, Luis Diaz, Gross, Jack Harrison, Martin Odegaard, Haaland captained, and Ivan Toney.
Fair enough. I've got Nick Pope in goal against Crystal Palace at home. Trippier also in my defence, with Walker playing Villa and Reece James against West Ham. My midfield 4 is Zaha against Newcastle, Saka and Martinelli facing off against Man United, and Foden playing Villa. I've got Foden's teammate Haaland captained and leading my line, with Welbeck and Jesus. Welbeck playing Leicester, Jesus playing Man United. The Saka one, I want to know from you guys below. Should I play Saka? Should I play McAllister? What are we thinking?
It's a close one.
I think it's a hard one to call, and I want your opinion in the comments down below. So get involved there. Tell me who I should take, and yeah, the more comments I see for each name, the more likely I'll take him.
Yeah.
Before the deadline. So yeah, that's the only thing I think I will change potentially. I think Neco Williams is a very good sub if Reece James doesn't play. I'm still a little bit undecided whether I should start Raya or Pope. Leeds, Crystal Palace, they're both sides that are in good form, could score goals. Equally, I think Newcastle's defence is probably better than Brentford, so that's why I'm at the moment leaning a little bit to the side of Pope. I also have Zaha in my team, so if Pope does concede, it's likely going to be Zaha that's scored.
Yeah.
So in that it will hopefully balance itself out there. But yeah, side's cool. Well, I'm quite happy with my team. Should we talk about the new sides to watch, and then we'll get into our league?
Yeah.
We'll talk about the best performers there and stuff like that.
I would hold off this weekend for any new signings, because
Unlikely they'll start.
They haven't got a price or they're not going to start. But I think going into next week,
Well, I imagine they'll be given a price eventually. Aubameyang was only signed at 11 o'clock last night. The deal wasn't even confirmed until
I think
about 3 hours ago.
I think Anthony's one to watch. I think Aubameyang's one to watch. Be interested if Wilfred Gnonto at Leeds starts. Do not get Dendonka.
What do we think of Alexander Isak?
Okay,
good. Dendonka though, isn't he a defender on the game?
I still wouldn't get
If he does play a little higher, chance for assists and goals, potentially he could become a bit of a... Who's the player that played for Sheffield United who was a midfielder but was captain as a defender in the game? It was like 2 years ago now. Everyone had him.
Or Basham or someone.
No, I can't remember. I think it was Lundstrom. I think was captain as a defender, so he got points for clean sheets and stuff, but he was also playing very hard at the pitch. It was someone like that.
I also on Dendonka. He's playing for Aston Villa at the moment.
Yeah. But I think if he starts doing well, then invest, obviously. But
I think if Villa get a new manager.
Oh, controversial.
No, it's not controversial. Gerrard is shit.
Fair enough. Right. Any other new signings? Who else came in on deadline day? Arthur. What do we think of him?
He's not going to pick up fancy points as he does.
Why not?
Liverpool midfielders don't tend to. And by midfield doesn't mean the actual starting midfield.
But that's because they're usually Henderson and Harvey Elliott picked up points.
Arsenal's not good kind of midfield.
He's been in good form.
Goals and assists.
Probably not, but you never know.
I wouldn't go get him. I'd obviously Salah and Diaz. I'd rather.
Let's see all the other deadline day deals. Billy Gilmore.
No.
He's cheap. If he starting for Brighton, I'm getting him in.
James at Fulham is an interesting one, and Willian and Carlos
Dan
Vinicius
James.
from Fulham.
Dan James is a pickup for me, potentially.
I think
If
Fulham,
McAllister underperforms,
you've got
then
to
comes
look at
Dan
Fulham.
James.
You've got to look at Dan James, Willian, and Carlos Vinicius.
Yeah.
Pick
fair
them
enough.
up if you maybe.
If you're looking at taking a gamble, go for
Watch out
him.
for them. Watch out for them.
Don't get Dubravka. Don't get without
And don't get a Kanji.
without face.
Because a Kanji pet roulette, you don't know whether he's going to start.
But yeah, Billy Gilmore for me, potential pickup.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna see what price he is,
Okay.
and then we'll round off by having a quick look at our league.
Yeah.
Because we forgot to do it in the last one. I know there's people who performed well are going to be
Devastated.
absolutely furious at us. Is Gilmore in the Brighton team yet? Yes.
4.4 million.
4.4. If you look at saving some money and taking a gamble,
Is he going to cut? Will he start for Brighton?
I don't know. He could.
But yeah, as we said, don't get any new signings in for this weekend
No.
because they will not start. Wait until next weekend.
If you've got that one transfer,
and then
roll it
take yours.
over and let's have a look.
Yeah.
Double. And Aubameyang wait a few weeks. Doesn't look like he'll be
From
in the
the
side.
midweek to the weekend, try and roll over your transfer if you can. Obviously, we haven't. If you've got changes you need to make,
Yeah.
make the changes, but don't take any minus points.
Yeah. So what price predictions? I guess. What are we thinking Aubameyang's going to come in at?
8, 9.
I was going to say I think 8.5 maybe 9. I'm hoping 8.5. Then it would be worth the gamble.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was at Arsenal.
Obviously, a long time ago, but it was about 11, wasn't it? At times.
I think he'll be about 8 or 9.
It depends, but yeah. Gabriel Jesus, by the way, he's at 8.2 now.
I'd
So
expect.
if Aubameyang was in at an 8.5 or a 9, he's very expensive. But
Yeah, and he's got the Chelsea number 9 shirt, so he's going to flop.
okay. Haaland's 11.9 now, by the way.
Yeah, Aubameyang's not
He
good.
Haaland will 100% finish this game at 13 mil. If he continues
Even
on his
higher.
current trend, he could. I think he could overtake Salah in terms of the most expensive asset this year. And to be fair, he's very profitable. Because if you brought him in week 1, you could already make 0.4 mil profit on him. So, quite the useful player to
The
have.
people that took the gamble on him in game week 1 smashed it.
Well, it wasn't a gamble, really, was it? It was,
Yeah.
do you want 3 points? Yes.
I didn't.
Sounds good.
I didn't do that. I stuck with both.
No. But equally, I'm not too worried because he didn't do fantastically in game week 1. I've had him in every game week he's done very well.
Yeah, he only scored 13 points in game week 1. That's not fantastic.
No, but then he's got 5 and 6 in the next 2 games, which is decent tallies. But I brought him in the week after. He got 17 and then 17 again.
He's just dull. He's just dull.
He's good. He's a good player. But yeah,
Oh dear.
and I've still got that 3.7 mil, so I'm bowling now.
Yeah, you've smashed it.
Right.
All this saying you're in the mud and even not in my team.
Should we look at the top 5 in the league
Yes.
then? Are you going to edit it on screen? Put it up?
Maybe.
Okay, good. Anyway, the top of the league, and our reigning top of the league has been there 2 weeks now. Obviously didn't mention him last time. KLSFC. Carly Boga Mogapi. 81 points this week,
nice.
385 in total. He is quite the way, or they are quite the way ahead of Kweku Akwaye. Apologies again if I've mispronounced their names. 3-3 are DD Degree. What a name. But yeah, they are 19 points off the lead. And they're a point ahead of Warwin Wunes. Prakash Galani. He's coming up the league a bit there. And then Anthony Ashton with his Wenger Boys is a point behind Warwin Wunes. And a point behind them is AFC Mozart, Ridwan Ogajinde.
AFC Mozart.
I'm loving it. I'm loving some of these names as well. We've got some new faces up there. I'm going to see if I can scroll through and find where FPL Peru is quickly.
Yeah, Danny Geller.
Where are all the ones that are top of our league?
Too cool.
Mutant Ninja Skirtles, Josh Botha, he was up there last year.
He's back in 67.
Yeah, he's climbing up the league again,
Yeah, he's
87
coming
points this
back.
week. I'm going to also scroll through and see if there's like a 100-pointer or something deeper in the league. But Yeah, or at least 90. I don't know if we have got any 100-pointers this week. No, we had a few last week that we forgot to mention entirely, but it doesn't seem we have many massive scores. I'm going to see there's an 8, like a good 90 or something. Everyone seems to be in the 80s.
The problem is they won't be this down low, will they? Because at this point in the season, if you've scored 80, 90, 100...
Well, we've got 86 here in 456. Obi-Wan-Bissaka. Shout out Ollie Lovell, he's been on the live stream before. 86 points, 12 from Cancelo, 1 from Thiago Silva, 2 from Van Dijk, 2 from Ramsdale, 6 from Andres Pereira, 5 from Mount, 10 from Salah, 6 from Bernardo, 2 from Fabinho, 6 from Jesus, and 34 for Haaland. It's a terrible team. He's got Thiago Silva, Van Dijk, and Fabinho. They're not players that are going to pick up loads of points. He has Greenwood, Zinchenko, and Kunko and Randolph on his bench, who are all never going to pick up points. Ramsdale, it's an interesting choice as a keeper because I think I'd rather take... You really want to utilise your Arsenal assets this year, and he's got Zinchenko injured and Ramsdale in goal, so not making great use. I will just keep scrolling and see if there is anything else, but doesn't seem that. Oh, there's me with my 72, down in 562nd.
I'm lower than you.
No, you're not. You're just ahead of me, surely.
I don't know. I
think.
I've scored 26 this week. I've would have plummeted.
I think you're still just ahead of me.
Let me have a look.
See what points you're on. You are on 270 so far.
That's not bad.
So in the TFC League, 270. Where does that put you?
Oh God.
It's not. I don't think it's going to be too far down.
What's top on?
385 or something like that.
Alright.
You are 400. No, sorry, you're exactly 500th.
Hey, come on.
So you're 62 places ahead of me at the moment.
That's what I want to see.
That's how close the league is, though. There's like 20 points between us, but 60 places.
Are we top next week?
Right. No. You're not going to outperform 500 people
when
by
Rico
that
Henry,
many
who's
points.
1.1 selected, scores a hat-trick.
If Rico Henry scores a hat-trick, you might be able to top the league. But then Haaland will probably flop, so you'll get no points from your captain.
That's alright, because Jack Harrison, Gross, Perisic, all scoring goals.
Everyone, okay.
Saka, Diaz, Tony, all scoring goals. Even Neco Williams is going to get a brace.
Oh, wow, that's good.
And Leno
Oh, interesting.
is going to go score a penalty.
Oh, good. But yeah, that's probably all for today.
Yeah.
If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, all that great stuff, and get involved in the comments down below. What changes have you made? If you're in our league, where are you in our league?
Yes.
Where are you placing? Of course, if you're not in our league, then join it. The code is D3KKYY. It's a little bit late now. We will have our UCL fantasy out soon. I'll try and make sure to set that league up this weekend because obviously the Champions League is on Tuesday, so do just start doing that, and there will be a video out on it on Monday where we'll talk about our teams, and of course the league will definitely be in the video. So yeah, make sure to join that when that becomes a thing. But yeah, that is all for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.